Welcome to the KBL Walk and Talk. So just want to talk about why the state, the government, the establishment hates you, and explain that you can, so you can believe it, or hopefully you see that it's a true statement. Because a lot of people are still naive and they're still voting, they still think the government's looking out for them, but it's like, I want to go into further detail and explain the reasons why you should think the opposite to that idea. But anyway, yeah, we talk about Ireland as well, Iran and Israel, and talk about politics. And they got new bills they want to pass very soon, and also about a little tiny bit about business and anything else what comes into my mind. But yeah, basically touching on Ireland. So basically in Ireland there's a massive push to replace the Irish people, and they're only a country of 5.3 million people, and nobody has asked for this. They keep using the old excuse, the Irish guilt excuse, to say like, oh, the Irish, they moved to America, they moved to Australia. Like that's the same thing. Like at the end of the day, there was a genocide going on with the famine, so there was no food. All the potatoes were taken by the British Empire, and this ain't like a rant against the British, because you have to separate the two. Basically, not every action taken by a government is the fault of the people. The governments choose to do these actions. And I'm not sugarcoating anything either. I'm not saying what happened is wrong. I mean, definitely not. But I just want to say, like, yeah, these Irish, they were starving, they were dying. There's like something like 2 million Irish people died. So what choice do you have? Do you stay and starve, or when there's no like a possible way of getting through it? Or do you emigrate to America or Australia and start a new life and keep surviving? So that's what they did. But at the end of the day, they wasn't given nice hotels and 4-star hotels and free square meals a day and a choice of whatever food they want, because the newcomers were basically coming to European shores and across the borders, basically very picky about what they eat. It's got to meet with their religion and their cultural norms. But really, they should take what they're given, because it's like, at the end of the day, it's free. You chose to come to these places. Nobody forced you. But yeah, they're always playing on the Irish people. They're always like trying to make them feel guilty, and they try and compare the two together. So basically, the Irish immigration history compared to the current massive illegal immigration. But yeah, and another thing, Ireland weren't involved in any of these wars, but it seems like they're trying to push this agenda harder in Ireland than they are in Britain. Because Britain, yeah, we do have a big issue with illegal immigration and all the problems it brings with it. Like, we've had the child grooming scandals, which the government still ain't done hardly anything about it. And these people, when they do get arrested and charged in court, they're only given light sentences. So what's going to happen if they get out? Are they going to do it again? Probably. And it's not fair on these young girls and their parents, but they have to live like that and be worried about being bloody kidnapped or bloody bullied into sleeping with someone they don't want to sleep with, and being passed around like a bloody toy, you know. So it's not the right word, but being passed around and do as they please. Yeah, nobody in the West wants this. This is not us. They wouldn't do it to their own people, so why do we accept it? Because I don't. And so I said we, but why do so many cover up the actual truth and pretend like it's only a minority? Anyway, yeah, Ireland's getting something like 100,000 immigrants a year, and a lot of Irish are leaving to go to Australia. Because a lot of people in Ireland, I've seen stories where they go back home, can't afford to rent anything, and because all the newcomers taking up all the housing, and there's not much help for the Irish, like the British. Like the British are making up the smallest minority of council house residents now, and that's the thing. That's another thing what points to that your country hates you. But yeah, basically back onto Ireland. So basically in Ballymena in Ulster, there was basically, I think there's an actual grape of a 14-year-old girl. I gotta say that because I don't know if I get a shadow banned or hide my video up. So yeah, basically this 14-year-old was supposedly being sexually assaulted. I'm just using their words. I guess I would say good chance it did happen because people don't kick off for nothing. So yeah, basically these riots over 3 days. They attacked the property where they were staying, and later set a light to it. And then, so that started on this Monday. Today is Friday, the 13th. Yeah, don't believe in all that nonsense. It's bad luck. That's just for the Knights Templar because they got burned at the stake by the King of France in 1307, I believe it was. Was it October, Friday the 13th? Anyway, that's another thing. Yeah, so basically 3 days of riots, and then last night it was in Portadown, which is another town in Ulster, and they set a light to a leisure centre which was housing migrants, I believe. So yeah, everybody jump on it and say, oh, that's far right, anti-immigrant. But you look at Ireland and you look at like the massive numbers coming through and what they're putting up with, and you got girls in the Republic, basically young girls scared to go out, have to go out with their mum or dad because they're too scared to walk. And you got all the crime now, and like there's a guy trying to stab people in Dublin last year, I think it was. And there's just loads of things going wrong in Ireland, and the state is just rubbing the Irish people's faces in it. They had this congregation of Muslims in Croke Park. We
bear witness that there is no deity worship worthy other than the worship of Allah, and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is his final messenger and mercy to the world. This sister has come in,
it's like really famous,
and she has worn a beautiful dress which really suits her very well, very nice.
Where a few members of the public were murdered, basically by the British Army, and yeah, so it's hold like a memorial to those people. Plus, it's like the home of Irish sport, or one of the homes, and they just have thousands of Muslims there. Like, and it's like, why do they do this? They really do hate the people. They're rubbing their face in. It's a Catholic country, the same as the UK, like same as England. Yeah. Scotland and Wales is a Christian country. It's very similar. I remember, what day was it? Was it the end of Ramadan? An Eid celebration, and they're broadcasted on live TV from the mosque in Bradford. It's like, when did this country become an Islamic country? Because as far as I know, I thought there was only 2% to 7% of the country. But now you're taking over primetime daytime TV to broadcast about a religion which majority of people don't even follow. But I suppose they want to build a slave class, so what they do, because and that's the thing, they trick them into believing that they're the favourites and we'll bend over backwards, we'll change the religion of this country, we'll give you payments, we'll give you benefits, we'll give you housing. But the thing is, they are being screwed as well, because like, it might be nice now, but later on, once all the millionaires are pulled out, once all the ordinary like people, working people here, like not all of them, but there'll be a vast amount, which could be like a good chance, like a few million leave this country, and then they take their money with them. What's going to be left afterwards? High taxes and no money to spend, because basically if you get rid of loads of millionaires and loads of workers and anyone who's got money, it's like, where are you going to get the money from? Because the government gets the money off the people, off the taxpayer. So where are they going to get their funding to keep this up? The money's going to dry up. And that is the plan, isn't it? To make this country a third world country. So they do it by immigration, they do it by destroying the economy. And yeah, you'll see the fruits of their labour if it continues. But well done to the Irish, because the Irish are standing up. They've had enough. Ireland forever. You know, they don't take no shit off anyone. But people in England, Scotland and Wales need to rise up. Need to stop voting, stop your TV licence, stop watching the propaganda. If you don't have the money, don't get put on the street, don't pay your bills. You can group together, you can stop the bailiffs. And most of the time they're not even bailiffs, they're just the enforcement agents. They need to have a warrant signed by the magistrate in the court. And it's no good having these pretend warrants where they print a document out off the computer. It needs to be signed. You can look this all up. There's loads of groups on Facebook, Telegram, telling you that you don't have to pay council tax. And these bills, it's only a civil matter, it's not a criminal matter. They won't lock you up. TV licence, you don't have to pay it. It's only the only way you'll get screwed with a TV licence if you watch live TV. If you don't watch live TV, you watch YouTube or Netflix, you do not need to have a TV licence. Don't fear these people. These people are parasites, the same as all these people collecting fines of elderly drivers and people who parked in like a parking space by accident, which wasn't deemed for them, and people who overstayed slightly or dropped a tiny bit of litter. You know, even with that, you don't have to give your address, you don't have to give your details. They're not above you. You know, start pushing back. Even with the police, they do not have complete authority over you. There'll be some areas and some sections where they can use special powers, but day to day you don't have to abide by everything they say. Test them. I mean, don't give in to them. And I mean, as long as you follow what's within the law, and legality wise, you ain't done nothing wrong. You know, power to you. You are more powerful than you think you are. And yeah, with Ireland, it's so impressive seeing all these massive numbers in Dublin going down O'Connell Street. That was the site where they had the big battle at the GPO, the post office, where then basically they wanted to take back Ireland from British rule. And if you're British, I mean, I'm British and Irish, so, but this is not an attack on British people, this is an attack against the British government. You know, they get us into all these wars, and they get us into all these issues, and they always say we are behind the slave trade. No, we're not. There's I had to try and find it, but basically it says who owned all the ships from the slave trade. I'll have to share it on this video, but basically it's men in small black hats. But we all get blamed for it. And like, if we was all behind the slave trade, wouldn't we all be wealthy? Wouldn't we all live off big estates? Because these are the people who profited from it, not normal people. It's all divide and conquer to get you to fight against everyone else. and to basically you destroy yourself, because you have to install that self-hate, like you're the criminal, you're the oppressor, when it's really they're the oppressor, and really the government, they're the terrorists, not you. And all this crap about far-right terrorists, they're bloody the terrorists. Look what they've done in the 2020. Or if you go out, you cuddle your granny, you're gonna kill her. It's like, who are the terrorists? They are. Who funds terrorism? They do. Who sends money to Israel? Not just the UK, but many Western governments, especially America. They send about $10 million a day. And then they're financing the sacrificing of Ukrainian men, because they keep sending weapons to Ukraine and then they get slaughtered. It's just going to the Russian meat grinder. You know, they use people, and it is sacrifice, because they sacrifice probably for their satanic god, what they believe. It's like Gaza, isn't it? You've got the country attacking them, which has got the star of Moloch on its flag. It's not the Star of David or the Seal of Solomon. It's the Star of Rampan, or the Star of Moloch, who's the demon for child sacrifice. And what are they doing in Gaza? They're genociding women and children. And in the wars, they sacrifice men when they shouldn't be sacrificed. There's no need for both world wars. Both could have been avoided. But Churchill was paid off. Like I said before, they want to overthrow the Russian Tsars, bring communism to Russia, set up State of Israel in the Second World War, World War III. It's going to be like the Christian Crusade Part 2 or Part 3, because I can't remember any crusades. I think was it 2 crusades? No, there's more than that, wasn't there? I'll have to look at it anyway. That's a long time ago, and that's even if it's true, because a lot of it, they don't tell you the details and bits in between, do they? Like the banking network, basically what the Knights Templar run. But yeah, and they don't even say like, which I'm pretty sure the England flag has nothing to do with, what was it? St. George. And St. George is not even real. I think it's the Knight Templar. I think the England flag is based off the Knights Templar flag. That's what I truly believe. And even Hitler's Iron Cross, that was a Teutonic part of the Templars. But yeah, it's all there in the open, and you can look at the different badges, different what was it? Different families, different conflicts. And there's one consistent theme. When there's a war, they never attack politicians, they never attack the royal family, they never attack the parliaments. It's always ordinary people who get bombed and killed. Every war. It's like Israel. When they attack Gaza, they say they're taking out Hamas. So they're saying there's 1 million Hamas soldiers, is there? Because that's how many people are. That's how many people they think have been genocided. You know, Hamas doesn't make up the whole country, the whole state of Gaza. But yeah, while we're on Israel, so basically early morning today, Israel attacked Iran. It's supposed to have taken out their nuclear facilities and taken out a few scientists. They took out one of the royal guards. One of the big chiefs, a couple of the chiefs actually, from different factors inside the government and military. But it's like, did they bomb Iran because they're basically going to provide free energy? Because they always say about nuclear weapons, but there's no actual evidence of nuclear weapons. All we got is footage, which is not very good, and it don't make no sense. Like, how can you have a nuclear bomb obliterate everything, but the camera is still intact? So we're talking about this megaton blast, which is supposed to destroy everything in sight, but the camera still is intact. I call BS on that. And another example, look at Japan. The last two cities, what they attacked after they bombed every other city, every other major city in Japan, Nagasaki and Hiroshima, were the last two. And what was the structures made of? Wood and paper, like materials. So I just say that because I went, sure, I know there's wooden frames, and I think it was close to paper. So those structures were easily knocked down, and they just basically carpet bombed the area. And all this whole thing about nuclear power, nuclear weapons, if it did what it actually supposed to do, why is there wildlife and vegetation in the Ukraine? Where is it? I don't think now. So you had Chernobyl. Is it Ukraine or Belarus? Where Chernobyl, and there's like people still living in the area, and Nagasaki and Hiroshima have got people living there now, and I thought, like, isn't it supposed to be unlivable for hundreds and hundreds of years? But magically people are living there. But I think that's what Nikola Tesla was working on, was it free energy via the nuclear weapons, nuclear power. Got to stop saying nuclear weapons. Yeah, please like and share and subscribe to my videos if you like my content. I've been trying to produce better videos for you, and you also leave me some comments, give me some ideas, or what, if there's anything you dislike or like, and yeah, it'd just be good to hear what your thoughts are on things. But yeah, I'm not getting many subscribers. Maybe it's the quality of my videos. I mean, it's not masterclass video footage, because basically I just want to speak from the heart and present what I believe to be facts, because we can't trust anything in history. And I'm not saying don't believe in anything, because then you don't know what's what, but you look at history, and the more you hear about everyone's research on it, and things don't add up, and you realise, like, this is the system building the story, the history for us, his story. So yeah, it's just what they want us to live under. They want us to believe all the fake stuff, like if you have a garage, you can start a $1 billion company just by working in your back garage. There's nothing more to it. It's just like happens by accident. It doesn't matter what Freemason lodge you join with, or it's like or certain people you meet because you're willing to join the club and do whatever it takes, or people get famous just by luck. They just walk past somewhere and then it's like, oh yeah, you're going to be a major star, and they invest all their time and they keep putting you into all these movies because you're that brilliant. Or is it just the fact that, like, your granddad or your dad or certain members of your family are connected to the treasury or in the military, like say in the music business, like Jim Morrison's dad, he was the top general in the army, US Army. And then you get Tom Hanks, who's supposed to be in the same bloodline as Henry VIII, another English royalty. And then who else? Well, there's so many of them. But yeah, they always act like these things happen by chance. Same with Boris Johnson's dad, isn't it? Stanley Johnson, he was in New York apparently, and he bumped into Rockefeller. You know, like one of the most powerful families in the world, up there with the Rothschilds. I think they're the same family. I think they're part of the Orsini family. But basically that was by accident, so they say. But yeah, there you go. Oh, I'm going to move on now to some other stuff. Oh yeah, also there's going to be a bill, well first of all a debate and then a bill. Basically there's going to be a debate on assisted dying, and then there's going to be a vote on the bill. So this is for, apparently, just for people who want to end their life. So we could see the issues there, because it would probably be amended time and time again, and then it basically stretched towards basically any excuse, and then just carry it out. Because I've worked with a few old people, and I know some days they want to end their lives, and it's like they're just having a bad day, and you know they're like really upset sometimes because they've lost everyone they loved. But it's like if you acted on that, it could be like that's the end of Mavis or Doris, and it could just be then a bad morning, and they still could live a good life for a few years. But yeah, you could just see that being taken as the final answer. If there's anything like that, it should be like reviewed and with a panel of so many people and have to go through so many stages. I mean, I understand if they're really terminally ill and they're in loads of pain and they're just depressed and hurting all the time and they can't take it anymore, I think that should be easier. But the problem with all these things is they always lead to something else. It always gives them more power to have more control over you, because it starts off, we're doing you a favour, we care about you, and it turns into we despise you, but we had to trick you into believing we care for you first. And also what's the other bill they're working on? So they've got this police and crime bill, which is already in place, but they're amending it, so they're going to put a respect order additionally to that bill. So it's getting amended. So basically it means if you offend anyone, which is a civil matter, but basically as soon as you enact that offence, then it becomes a crime, and then they're saying they can fine you, what was it, prison time, and it's just becoming more of a police state, isn't it, with all this stuff. And there's also the DWP going to get more powers, because this is part of the DWP, I can't remember the exact name, but it's a recovery bill to recover money. So they're going to use the excuse of benefit fraud. But basically with this amendment they have 12 years to check your bank account without letting you know. They only need like 24 hours to get a warrant, and then they can look in your bank account. I can trace right back if they think you've been involved in any benefit fraud. So yeah, it's another thing. It's going to spy on us, surveil our bank accounts, and then try and shut you up with this respect bill. Because we already had the BitChute stop showing UK viewers. Well, you can still watch it with a VPN, which I keep saying, and I keep saying it, and I want people, if you want to, keep using it, because screw Keir Starmer, screw the government. We watch what we want when we want, not be forced to watch the bloody BBC, which is another thing they're planning, isn't it? Because they want to add that to the price of your house. So basically whatever price your house comes to with valued at would be like how much you'd have to pay for your TV license. But I don't know if that actually leads to TV license being forced on you. They are trying to do something with the internet, so basically make you pay for the internet and pay for the license, but nothing concrete on that yet. But you watch, as soon as the money dries up, they try and find something to do, won't they, to try and recoup their funding for propaganda and all their bloody what do you call it, taking a piss and over spending on first class tickets and luxury flights and all the other crap they spend on TV license taxpayers' money. Look at that, I do love this area. Lovely countryside, so beautiful. I'm really starting to admire the outside. And I know, like, Yeah, it might not be amazing. I know, because there's all different beauties in there. There's going to be mountains, tropical, jungle, the lakeside. But yeah, it's just special as well. I really like it. I love the green. So I like Ireland a lot. Lovely green countryside there. Lovely green fields. But they want to build a solar farm, a massive solar farm in Lincolnshire. It's going to be so ugly. But still waiting to hear Reform going to cancel it or anything, but nothing. And that's another thing Tice said the other day during the interview. He was not bothered about being replaced or being a minority, because he said he'd be dead by the time it happened. So there was this interview, I can't remember if it was on GB News, but basically the presenter, he's a well-known presenter, but I can't remember his name. I'll try and put it up here for you. He said about by 2063 the white population of Britain would become a minority. Tice responded by, well, he's not bothered, like I said, because by the time that happens he'd be long gone. So screw your children, screw your grandchildren, screw everybody else. Let's just lose Britishness. Let's just let the natives become a minority. Yeah, that's a race to the bottom, race to the third world. And these people are traitors, they really are, like all of them. Like, it's Farage, like he keeps getting pushed on questions and he just keeps coming out and he's leaning more to like the Labour side of things and the Conservatives. So they're supposed to be the party to stop mass illegal immigration. They made all these promises and they're promising again when they get in power. They're not going to do it, they're just bullshitting everyone. And I'm really annoyed, like, with this government here. It's like we had 5 years waiting for Brexit to be done and they all screwed it up. They made sure it'd never work, because I know we're going to end up back in it. And then we had, was it almost, no, it is 5 years now of the COVID pandemic. That's still ongoing, isn't it? Well, I mean, no lockdowns and no all the other communist sort of rules, but they're still pushing it. They're still using the medical intervention on the older people, taking advantage of their trust in authority. But yeah, what else was going to say? Alright, let's get onto the meaty section of this video. So, the establishment hates you. So, not just here in Britain, but also in Ireland, France, Germany, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, America, and most of the West. They're working against you. It's like you've got the health service is failing you. The councils are failing you. So, let's break it down. So the health service is failing you by making you wait years for an appointment and not treating your concerns. The GPs are failing you because they're making you wait weeks for an appointment. And then the council's failing you because they're not fixing the potholes. They're shutting leisure centres, they're shutting toilets, the bin collections are getting less and less. The government's failing you because, one, they're not closing the borders, they're leaving them wide open. They're allowing easy immigration from especially India, and the Indians what come here now won't have to pay no national insurance for 3 years. And guess what's happening? Because they raised the national insurance, a lot of businesses are not hiring now, so they're screwing the economy. And then you've got Poundland. I'm not a big supporter of Poundland. I mean, they serve a need, but they're cutting 100 stores because they've just been bought out by another company. So that's more jobs at risk, and that's probably mostly to do with national insurance rises, I bet. Also, the government and the establishment hates you because they manufactured the cost of living crisis. It wasn't Brexit, it's because how they run things. they basically put these sanctions on Russia, and it put the price up of everything. That caused inflation. Inflation is a tax. And when inflation happens, they put the price up of everything, and now we're all paying for the nose for our food. The rents have gone up. Everything's going up. And then you're making businesses pay more national insurance. So small businesses, they're struggling, and people are not hiring. And if people are not earning, or earning a lower wage, they're not spending, are they? And if they're not spending, it doesn't help small businesses. I don't care for like all these big companies like Tesco's. I don't care if they shut, because they're not serving anyone. All they're doing is becoming a monopoly, taking out all the smaller businesses. They're screwing the farmers, they're screwing the workers, because they're just getting just above minimum wage. Most of the jobs are part-time, plus they're moving to self-service with a lot of tills, and a lot of things becoming automated. It won't be long before they have AI and robotic devices hoovering and cleaning the floors. So that'll be the cleaners gone. And anything they can automate, they'll do it. And I get, yeah, businesses need to make money, but at the end of the day, not if it's screwing everyone. And I don't mean to put controls in to be like a communist dictator, but it's got to be some something there. Like, even people to blame are to blame for it themselves, because they go along with it. They use these businesses. I refuse to go in Tesco. I don't even have a club card. I cancelled it. I rang them up and cancelled it because I feel that strongly about it. Yeah, and I might be one out of millions, but if millions of us done it, it would make real change. But it's the thing, this government, it's like the Irish government. They're, you know, they're getting their children attacked, and girls can get raped or sexually assaulted, and the Gardaí, the Irish police, are just protecting them and protecting the state. They're the enemy as well, like the police here in Britain. You know, you're protecting paedophiles, you're protecting illegal immigrants, and most of them, like, there's no war in Pakistan, there's no war in Albania, there's no war in most of these countries they're coming from, and it's all men, it's all military aged men. There's no women with them. What's going to happen if you have loads of men like standing around, sitting around all day? What are they going to do? They're going to start causing trouble. You know, if they ain't had sex for ages and they just got all day to sit around, hang around, what are they going to do? They're going to start pestering women, and then they're going to start causing trouble. And most of them shouldn't even be here. And this state, and the Irish state, and the French state, and the German state, they're all spending money on people who are strangers. They don't even belong to that country. They've got no right to that money. That's why we need to get rid of all governments, all councils. Like, we could sort out our bin collections. We could just pay a private company, opt in. I want my bins collected every week. That's it. We don't need a council to do that. Do we need a police force? I mean, if everyone was decent and we didn't bring the third world into this country, would we have as much crime? Probably not. So we wouldn't need it as much. We could have volunteers. We could like pay per visit or whatever, like with the fire brigade. We could pay a fee if they have to attend the fire. So say if your house is on fire, there'd be some sort of mechanism where you would have to pay for the call out, and then we could fund it by voluntarily amongst the community. I think really, like, all the villages should start abolishing their parish councils and then go up, move it up, because in a village, 100 people, they could decide where they want their money spent. So all that council tax, or whatever system they invent or make up, they should be allowed to vote on what they want the money spent on, not have bloody rainbow benches or rainbow coloured roads for less than 1% of the world well, 1% of the UK population. You know, stop paying for other people. Like the housing, it should be for locals only. it should be limited. It should be like first people who live in that area, and then say like here, say if someone from Nottingham or Derby wants to move here, then they could be the second people on the list, and then anybody further afield, they could be the third people. So you score from what area you come from. So if you was from Scotland and Wales, you could make it a bit stricter to say like it'd be people in Lincolnshire first, second it'd be people who live in East Midlands, and then it'd be like English people, and then it'd be Wales and Scotland be category 4 or 5, and then it'd be people overseas if we went that way. But no, it's asked backwards, isn't it? It's the asylum seekers, illegal immigrants are put first, not just in housing but also NHS treatment, and that's the reason why our waiting lists keep getting bigger, isn't it? Because we're having to wait for them to be seen, even though they're not paid nothing into the system. And this is why the establishment hates you. They're trying to replace you. Every opportunity they get, they will try to replace you. All the care jobs, like some are being advertised, but a lot of jobs are being sponsored out to places like India. And the NHS, they're bringing loads of nurses in from India because they know they lack the compassion what the British carers or British nurses would have. And they know they work longer, they know they work for worse conditions, and this way they can abolish the border, can't they? Because are the Indians going to care the future of Britain, or the future of Ireland, or the future of Sweden, or the future of Italy? They're not going to care, are they? And what's going to happen to like Canada is like, if you have the Indians in vast numbers in Canada, are they just going to say, oh yeah, we want to join the USA, but the native Canadians, but yeah, it's just like, it's never been this bad, and I've never seen anything like this. But it's just like, it's so obvious what they're doing. They're purposely going out their way to replace people and rub their faces in it. It's like, why would you have like an island in Dublin, like Croke Park, hosting a Muslim congregation? It's like, and like there's so many people who moved there from Islamic countries. It's like, it's just unreal. You know, why didn't they offer the like incentives for Irish Americans or English Americans or British sorry, English Irish or Scots Irish or Welsh Irish and Australian Irish? And you know, all they want to do is bring in Africans and South Asians, and they're doing it in the UK as well. It's like, even the town I moved to, it's a small town, and it is majority white when I moved here, and now I'm seeing more and more people, South Asian people, also Muslims, move into the area. And that's because they keep giving these care jobs and hospital jobs and allowing illegal immigrants and housing them in other areas, because they move into the cities and then they run out of rooms in the city, so they start moving them to other areas. Like, a lot of them start off in Dover, or like say if they come illegally, or start in London, and then they spread out to other areas. But yeah, it's just a massive replacement. It's called the Great Replacement, the Kalergi Plan. I mentioned it on another video, but it's just getting beyond the joke. It's just like, this country, I used to love this country, I used to be proud, and I have a soft spot for Ireland because I'm connected to Ireland as well. It's like, but they're destroying that country as well, and they're destroying Sweden. I wanted to move to Sweden before. I was seriously thinking about it. I didn't make no plans, but it was on my mind, and I was like planning possibly to move there because I thought, looks really good. But like, I'm thinking I could still go there, but I want to stay. I'll probably go there and then get pissed off. But I wouldn't want to stay in Malmo because that's supposed to be where the gangs are in trouble. I think about Norway as well. Well, I think about Ireland, but then I'm gonna have the same problem with the health service and GP surgeries. And I do like the Irish pub, the Irish people. Long live Ireland. They say in Thailand, they say long live the king. I say long live the king, long live Ireland. So that's the king of Thailand, not saying I like sausage fingers. So yeah, I love Thailand, I love Ireland, and I sort of like mixed feelings for this country. But still good people here, still a lot of good things here, but it's being destroyed. France was another amazing country, wasn't it? I've only been there twice, I've never been to Paris. But that's completely changed, isn't it? They smash up the city if they win, they smash up the city if they lose. It's like, it's not even like nothing to do with football, is it? It's just mental. But it's just the plan, isn't it? The great reset of the Western world. Destroy the West, turn it into the third world, make China #1, and then what will their plan be after that? They're probably starting another continent. I wouldn't surprise me if they're trying to attack South America after that. But it's only if we allow them to do it. We are mighty, we are powerful. And what do they say in Ireland? What's the national anthem? Ireland, Ireland, together. Yeah, there's a lot of people rooting for Ireland in this country, and Wales and Scotland. And you're always welcome in this country as well. Maybe we should unite together to help each other. But yeah, keep it up. Don't give in to the Guardian, the government, the state, and Michael Martin, Leo Varadkar. I mean, that is why he's installed, isn't it? Because he's half Indian, and then he had to be gay as well. Because they're all gays, aren't they? Keir Starmer's gay. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there anyway. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you can. I need subscribers on the Odyssey and YouTube to get them going. And share the videos around. I want to bring you some better stuff. Like I keep saying, more interesting subjects and everything else. Alright, take care. Yeah, best regards to everyone. Keep doing what you're doing. Have a plan B. And keep trying to wake up other people. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye.